obviously number of users on the service would be one. Really the key thing for us is also the number of messages going through. Even if not everybody will use Jygy from Jygy.com, they can do everything from within Facebook. They never actually have to go to Jygy.com. So we can measure it on number of messages too, which is in essence will be a revenue stream for us, plugging in advertising and so forth.
So you've been up for how long and have 1,000 users for that period?
We're in the thousands, up to tens of thousands now. We've been live for a little over a month now, and we're seeing a pretty nice curve of signups right now, given you can sign up in about 7 different ways, and makes it very, very easy for people to join.
And the average number of messages per unique user?
We're probably in the 300 to 400 per month right now, I would say.
Per unique user?
Per unique user, yeah. Some people are very heavy users right at the door, and some are very, very light. It varies a lot depending on what you use the service for, but that would be a rough range.
So you really, given that your metric for success is users, you're really pushing on the application side as opposed to a utility platform, I presume. What killer applications do you think are out there for you relative to the other vertical apps or contests or polls that exist already that you want to differentiate yourself and capture all those uniques and messages?
Right. There's a few things that we see right now that are really popular, and it ranges from the really simple, I'm going to set up my own jokes for my friends. They can text in and get that back. The space we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from is actually within schools. And they're setting up distribution lists for their classes, so they can easily send out messages, in case of events or problems. That's taken off. And another space we are seeing some interest in is within bands. We go out and play with basically, have people sign up for your mobile fan club just by texting in, and you can create that for free online in 30 seconds or so.
I think it was a really good service. I liked the idea. I liked the UI. I liked obviously the mobile play works very well, and then obviously messaging. You're keying on the top use case. One of the top use cases in mobile. I think. Who's the target audience? Who's the primary target audience right now for this?
We're hitting teens and tweens very much, obviously. I think anywhere from 10 to 20-ish is our main group, but we have users younger and older than that. That would be kind of main area.
And how are you, what percentage of the users are actively using the kind of like to create their own groove?
Right. Most, I'd say about, from the signups we have now, I'd say about 30 to 40% would try and make their own, and the rest would try and join something that their friends have made, roughly in that range.
One of the things that we've seen in some of the focus groups we've been doing is a lot of folks want to try not manage too many communities, too many different communities. So I like the Facebook integration and the possible integration with some of the other communities. I think the concern is how do you best leverage those so that you don't give away your business model.
Right. So that is the reason that even if you add, the Jygy app within Facebook, you're signing up for Jygy during that process. So you pick the username and all that stuff. So eventually you can, you figure out that, oh, I want to update this in my MySpace page too. So I want to have my poll for the high school prom queen. We're all voting whether it's Heather or Tiffany this year. Well, I want to put that on all my pages. So in that case, it becomes easier just to do it from Jygy.com. So we make sure that even though you're using this within a third-party environment, our branding is there, and the kind of sign-up process, getting the user into our system is there as well.
We have a couple minutes left. I just wanted to throw to the audience to make sure any in the back get a question.
Yeah, I see that we have an outward social interface. Is it outward facing or inward facing? Because that looks like you're developing to be a bigger platform or something like that.
Right. Currently, it's an open social app that we have, which is beta from today. As open social matures, we will be an open social hosting provider as well, so you can add other open social apps into Jygy. Currently, open social is still a little bit rocky. So that's the next stage for us. Yeah.
And one quick question from the audience before I let the judges wrap up. Anybody else?
Are you able to run services on other shortcodes, or do they all run on your shortcode?
We can do both. Jygy has a whole bunch of stuff I couldn't go into here, but we can basically do stuff like branding. So you can have like a Disney version of this that lets you promote a movie or a show or something like that. And then that can be branded Disney, can run in their shortcode. And we can do different plans with different access levels and all kinds of advanced fancy backend stuff in that.
All right, judges, do you want to wrap up with some thoughts?
Sure. Just a comment from an investor perspective is you always got to really focus on what's your end game, what business you're in, and what's the best way to get there, especially if you're going to be capital efficient. And I kind of see two businesses here relative to a potential buyer of the business. One business is providing a platform that's open, as suggested by the question that was just asked. We can offer a lot of services, including white label services. Another one is generating super killer apps and generating all kinds of users and traffic. Those two different type of positions have two different sets of competition, two different sets of acquirers. I think it's important to realize which one you want to do and really focus a lot of resources behind it. The issue of trying to do both is you just kind of run out of money sooner rather than later. Perhaps you have to develop some of the platform to be able to develop these killer apps, and maybe that's the position you're in terms of state of the market. But as a benchmark, there are people out there doing voting and contests on mobile, and they got over 1 million uniques a month. I think it's going to be tough to differentiate people so far ahead of the game already from just those type of applications. So I think one of the ideas, just off the cuff, is if you've got partners like Nokia to help you, people who need the platform, and you can kind of co-license or co-provide service, that might allow you to get preferential treatment with applications being served on those various networks. Again, I just got a little bit of a view of the business, so the comments are a little bit of inch deep, but that's my initial read.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Rick said. Focus is going to be key, I think, because there's a lot of potential here to go down either path. The concern I would have about going down the pure consumer path is making an efficient way to allow users from other social networks to get their contacts and their network into Jygy as quickly and easily as possible. But also take another spin on the UI because I was playing around and it wasn't immediately clear what I could do and how I could do it quickly and easily.
The last word?
Yes, so obviously thank you very much. Happy to be back at Microsoft here. Really quick, just to address that last comment, is that you can actually within Facebook just click your friends and then they're added into the Jygy network. So we're working very hard on the network integration side of it, making it very easy and very fast. UI comments very well received, and thank you for the focus. We're definitely having some of those same thoughts ourselves.
Beautifully done.
Thank you very much.